data abstraction,
data
encapsulation,
abstraction,
inheritance, and polymorphism.
Okay. Yes. So here we are going to, so we have done with the, the basic concepts of, with C++, and we have learned what class and objects are, how to use member functions, friend functions, inline functions, static functions. We have learned all those things. Now did I take static for y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we are going to go into the next aspect, which is called inheritance. So now I'll show you an example, then you will understand it better. So what it was, that properties of a class can be passed on to another class. So a class will behave like a parent and the other class will behave like a child. So it's called the base class, parent class, or a base class, and you have this child class. Okay, so now how to write it? I'm going to give you a small example. Say class ABC. Okay, a simple example. It's not based on some particular problem statement. I just want to show the working of an inheritance. Okay, so we have a class ABC, and inside the class, so class ends with a semicolon, and inside the class, suppose I write the access specifier public. Okay, and this is my constructor ABC, and in that I'm writing C out, or I call this as the base class. This is the base class. Okay, C out, and I'm writing uh, constructor or base class constructor. Class constructor. You can see my screen, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the constructor, and suppose I write a display function here, a display. So I write void display, and this is of the base class, or I write display A to differentiate. Okay, and yes, and inside that I just write a cout statement, function inside base class. Just to show the logging. So this is going to be my parent class or the base class. This is the parent class or the base class. Next is I have to create a child class. Now how to create a child class is going to be like this. So let me call this as the child. You can give any names. Here I'm just telling you an example. That is why I'm giving the name as base and child. Okay, and then to make this class a child class, the syntax is first you put a colon, then you write the access specifier, and then you write the parent class name. So this is the syntax. So this is going to be the child class. You got the syntax clear? What is the changes I did? Class, the class name. This is the child class. So to show it is a child class, it should be followed by a colon sign, the access specifier, and the child class, the parent class name. So now the compiler will understand this is a child class. Now child class constructor, I write child here, and here I write child. And let this be display B, and this is function inside the child class. Have you all understood this? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now inside the main, suppose I create the object of the parent class. So parent class object क्या है? Base obj. ठीक है? And I'm writing obj dot play A. Fine. And I execute this code to see if everything is fine. Yes, you can see the output. Since I created the object of the base class and I called the function of the base class, I got the message base class constructor is first called, because when you create an object, the constructor is called. And then when I say object dot the method which is inside the base class, so that was that had a cout statement function inside the base class. Saw it? Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to modify it a little bit. I'm going to write object dot display B. Is this possible? Now display B is a function or a method inside the child class. Can you see it? This is the method inside child class. Can you see it? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when you execute this, can you see there is an error? That means you cannot call the function that is inside the child class by a parent class object. Okay, so that is not allowed. So is it clear? Parent class को child class object method नहीं call कर सकते. देखा? Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm going to change this a little bit. Instead of base, I'm going to write child. Okay, I'm going to write child and object dot display. So this is the method inside base class. And I execute this code. Now, can you see it executed? So what do you understand by this?
A child class can access the parent class methods.
Yeah. So a child class can access the parent class method as well as its own method. So that is what it means by inheritance. Matlab, the methods which belongs to the base class or the parent class can be accessed by the child class. That means you need not write that method again in your child class. Instead, it is getting reused from the parent class. Is it clear now? Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All of y'all?
Yes,
समझ
ma'am.
में आया क्या? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing I like to show you all is, see how the constructor is called. Object कौन सा object create किया? Child object create किया. But देखा यहाँ पे child object create किया, फिर भी base class का constructor पहले call करते, फिर child class का constructor. So that means a child class cannot exist without a base class. So when you create an object of the child class, first the base class constructor will be called, and then the child class constructor will be called. Is it clear? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next, I'm going to add a destructor. Can somebody tell me what a destructor is?
Ma'am, it
Destroy
creates the data
functions.
class constructors.
क्या हुआ? Can you just repeat it? What is a base? What does a destructor do? What does a destructor do?
Ma'am, free the memory space allocated by that
Yeah,
object.
very good. Yeah, very good. So the base class, now this is the base class destructor. Tell me, when is a destructor called by default? by default कब destructor call होता है?
When scope of the object gets over.
Yeah, when the scope of the object gets over, the destructor is called. So now I'm going to, you can see I have included a destructor in both the classes. So we can see how the destructor is called here. Huh? Can you see the output? Can you see the output? So what is happening? The constructor of the base class is called first, and then the child class is called when you create a child class object. But when the scope is over, first the child class is destructor is called, and then the base class destructor. Okay, you cannot delete the base class, or you cannot delete a base class object or free a base class without deleting the child class. Okay, because child is going to point to base, so you cannot make a child point to an empty location, so it will result in memory leak. So for that, it is always taken care that जब creation होता है, like class instantiate होता है, पहले base class constructor को call होता है, then only the child is created. So first the base is created, then the child is created. But when destroyed, first the child is destroyed and then the base is destroyed. Is it clear? Have you all understood it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is it clear? समझ में आया क्या? This is all a part of MCQs that you can expect. Okay, next is now this kind of inheritance what we have learned is called single inheritance. Why is it called a single inheritance? Because it has one base class and one child class. So this kind of inheritance is called a single inheritance. Now I'm going to show you the another kind of inheritance, which is called multi-level inheritance. So we are going to learn different kinds of inheritance now. So the next one is multi-level inheritance. Now you can see, just see the changes what I'm going to do. So I have a base class, I have a child class. So let me call this child A, and I'm going to copy this child again. I'm putting it down, and here instead of public base, I'm going to write child A, and here I'm going to write child B. So this is child B constructor, this is child B destructor, and function inside the child B class. Let me call this display C. And what are the changes? This is child A, so this is the child A constructor, child A destructor, function inside the child A class. So can you tell me what has happened? अभी जो नया क्लास क्रिएट किया चाइल्ड बी, उस क्लास का पेरेंट कौन है?
क्लास
Child A.
Child A.
चाइल्ड ए, मतलब पहले एक बेस क्लास था. सो बेस क्लास ऑफ whom? This is a parent. This you can consider this as a grandparent, this as a parent, and this as a child. So when it comes in such format, it is called a multi-level inheritance. Is it clear? That is one class getting inherited to another class. Then that class in return getting inherited to another class. That means you have grandparent, parent, and child, or you can have grandparent, grandparent, parent, and child. So if it goes on that way, it's called multi-level inheritance. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll just create the object of child B. Okay, and so child B object hai ye. Okay, let me call it as this, and I'll create child A object. So we can see the difference of both. Fine, and I'll call this stuff here This is A and this is A. I'm just going to differentiate this so that you all can understand. And here it is B, this is B, and I have one, sorry, this is OBJ B. I've got one more method belongs to the last class which we created, C. So now this is going to be C. So this is method inside child A class. This is method inside child B class. So now we can execute this and see how it works. Okay, I forgot something. Yeah. This is B. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now can you see the difference? In the first case, you can see I created the object of child A, which is supposed to be the second class. That is, child A is the child of base class. So you can see first the base class constructor is called, then the child class constructor, then function inside the base class and function inside child A class. So this is how it was called in the first case, which we learned before. Now, when we added one more class, which is the child of the child A class, now you can see the base class constructor is called, then the child A class constructor is called, then the child B class constructor is called. Then you can see the functions are called up as per. That means the last child can access all the function of the grandparent, parent and itself. And you can see how the destructors are called. First the B destructor, then A destructor, then the base. And this one is for the first object created. The last two destructor you can see is for the first object created. So this is how the constructor and destructors are called when you create objects of the child class. Have you all understood? Can you see how it goes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts? Have you all understood multi-level inheritance?
Yes, ma'am.
कुछ doubt है तो what is multi-level inheritance? Can you all tell me? Multi-level कैसे होते हैं?
A child class inherits from some intermediate class, and that class too again inheritance from a base class.
Yeah, that means first you have a base class that is getting inherited to a child class, and that child class is a parent of another class. So when you have the inheritance is going in that format, it's called multi-level inheritance. It's just like you have grandparents, parent, child, and so on. Is it clear? Is it clear? Please, students, if you all understand, please let me know. Then I can go to the next part.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Next is, so we have done with single inheritance, and second is multi-level inheritance. Now I'm going to show you what is multiple inheritance. Okay. So what is multiple inheritance? So I have a base class. I'm going to call this base A. And now I'm going to call this as base B. Okay. Please see the changes I'm going to do. So this is going to be base B. This is again a parent class. Okay, and here you can say it's the base B and this is base A. Base A and base A. And now this is base B. This is again base B destructor. And this base B. And this is base B. Now this is going to be a child class, child A or child, and it's inheriting from base A, comma, public. See, look at the syntax, public base B. Okay, and this is child. This is again child. And yes, this is the child. And here okay, let it be. Yes, have you all understood the changes? तो एक base class है, we have another base class, and then you have a child class. What is happening here? Can you tell me line number 36? Line number 36 में क्या हो रहा है? बता सकते हैं? Are you all there?
क्लास चाइल्ड के दो पेरेंट्स थे बेस ए और
Class?
चाइल्ड
हाँ, child.
has two parents base A and base B.
Yeah. Now what is the child class happening? Doing here, the child class is inheriting properties from two classes, like you have father, mother, and the child. So this kind of inheritance is called multiple inheritance. You are inheriting from multiple classes. So this is an example of multiple inheritance. So you have two base class here, and the two base classes getting inherited to the child class. So when you show multiple inheritance, you can see the base classes are separated by a comma. Is it clear? Understood?
Yes.
So
Yes,
like
ma'am.
if I execute this code somewhere. Okay, here it's supposed to be base A. Okay, base A. Fine. So can you see? So when I create the class object, first the base A constructor is called, then the base B constructor is called, then the child constructor is called, then you have the function inside base A, function inside base B, and function inside child called. That is as per how you call the methods. Then how's the destructor called? First the child destructor, base B. Then you go in the reverse order. The reverse order of the constructor called will be of the destructor. You can see child class, first base B and base A. क्यों ऐसे आया? You can see the order of inheritance. पहले base A लिखा और फिर बेस बी लिखा, इसलिए बेस ए का कंस्ट्रक्टर पहले कॉल होता है, फिर बेस बी का कंस्ट्रक्टर। सपोज मैंने पहले पब्लिक बेस बी लिखा एंड देन पब्लिक बेस ए लिखा, देन व्हाट वुड हैव बीन?
First, the base B constructor would be called, then base A, and then the child class
Yeah.
constructor.
Yeah, so that you have to remember the order how the constructors are called. And when the destructors are called, it is going to be in the reverse order of the constructors. So this is an example of what kind of inheritance?
Multiple.
What kind? Multiple. When you have multiple parents, it's called multiple inheritance. And when you have one class getting inherited to the other, and that class in turn getting inherited to another class, that is called
multi-level
multi-level.
inheritance.
Please, वो ज्यादातर बहुत सारे बच्चों को कंफ्यूजन आ जाते हैं, तो आपको याद रखना चाहिए जब वो इनहेरिटेंस हर एक लेवल में कंटिन्यू होता है, देन इट्स कॉल्ड मल्टी लेवल। एंड जब बहुत सारे बेस क्लासेस होता है, दैट टाइम इट्स कॉल्ड मल्टीपल। सो वी हैव डन विद सिंगल, multi level and multiple. Now next is called the hierarchical inheritance. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of hierarchical inheritance now. Now just pay attention. I've got a base class A, let it be base A. I'm not going to change anything here, and here I'm going to make it child A is getting inherited to public base A. Okay, so this is child A, child A, and child A, and this is going to be child A, and this is child A. Okay, so yes, so that is child A, and this is going to be child B, and it's getting inherited from base A. Okay, similarly this is child B, child B class B, and this is B, and you have, okay, now let me call this child B, child A, okay, have you all understood the changes? What is happening here? Can you tell me? यहाँ पे क्या किया? I have a base class and I have two child classes inheriting from the same parent. देखा? Child A is also inheriting base A and child B is also inheriting base A. मतलब child A can access base A and its own properties. Okay. And sorry, it's B itself, right? And its own properties, and child B in turn can access the parent class and its own properties. So that means I have one base class and that base class has multiple children, then it's called hierarchical inheritance. समझ में आया क्या? Is it clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. Object Okay, this is A. So you can see the output according to the object called, first base A, then the child B, then the functions, then base A constructor, child A construction, then the functions, and then the destructors are called accordingly. So this is an example of hierarchical inheritance. So single inheritance, one parent, one child. Multi-level inheritance is like a grandparent, parent and child. Then multiple means two parents and a child, like you have father, mother and child. And hierarchical means one parent having multiple children. So that is the four kinds of inheritance we have learned till now. So any doubt so far? Any doubts?
Ma'am,
Huh?
ma'am, in line number 36,
36, 1 second. Yes, line number 36.
instead of writing public, if we write private, then what will be the output?
Yeah, that I'll come to it. Right now, I didn't talk about it so that you all don't get confused. I'll be coming to that concept just later on. Okay, I'll tell you because there's lots of, I'll have to show you examples on that. If you don't write
Okay,
an
ma'am.
access specifier, if suppose you forget to write an access specifier, then मैंने लिखा class child B colon and base A, that time base A will be taken as private. Okay. So whatever the rules we have learned so far is going to be applicable, but I want to discuss more on that. So I'll take it as a separate class. Okay. We'll come to that
Okay, ma'am.
later. Okay. Any other doubts? Any other doubts? Have you all understood? चार इनहेरिटेंस समझ में आया क्या कि कैसे वर्क होता है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the
Yes, ma'am.
fifth inheritance is called the hybrid inheritance. Okay. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. I'll repeat, we have the fifth kind of inheritance, which is called hybrid inheritance, which is a combination of multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. So I have hierarchical inheritance ready with me here. Now I'll add it. I'll add a multiple inheritance here. Okay. I'm going to write class. I just copy this here. I'm going to create another class called class C. It is going to inherit child A and child B. Okay. So okay, have you all understood? प्रीवियस तो हायरार्किकल है, एक बेस क्लास है एंड बेस क्लास दोनों क्लास चाइल्ड ए में और चाइल्ड बी में इनहेरिट हो रहा है and we have another child C class which is inheriting child A and child B. So this is an example of what kind of inheritance? ये जो class child C कौन से example है ये?
multi-level.
Multiple है ना, multiple क्यों? We have two base class, right? देखो यहाँ पे 48 में क्या है, दो पेरेंट्स है ना, तो ये मल्टीपल इनहेरिटेंस है ये जो क्लास, और ऊपर हमने एग्जाम्पल किसका दिया था, हाइब्रिड का। तो जब सॉरी हाइब्रिड ने हायरार्किकल का, so the combination of you can see base A was a parent of child A and child B, and now child A and child B is a parent of child C. So it's a combination of hierarchical and multiple inheritance. Now, such kind of inheritance is called hybrid inheritance. Is it clear? So if I create I can write something like this, child C. I'm creating a child C object. It can access A, it can access B. Okay, fine. And yes, it can access C also, and it can access its own function. It goes on like that. Is it clear? Have you all understood? तो यहाँ पे ऊपर में changes है कि पहले बेस क्लास है, दूसरा क्लास बेस क्लास को इनहेरिटेंस करते हैं, B is also inheriting base A and C is inheriting A and B. So you're getting a combination of hierarchical and multiple inheritance. So it's called hybrid inheritance. Have you all understood? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts? So what are the different kinds of inheritance we have learned today? Can somebody tell me? Hmm?
First is the single inheritance.
Hmm.
The next
So-
is the multi-level inheritance.
Hmm.
Then the multiple, hierarchical,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
hybrid.
Yeah. So can you tell me, can somebody tell me what is hierarchical inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance क्या है?
When a base class have multiple child classes.
Yeah, when a base class have multiple child class, it's called a hierarchical inheritance. And what is a hybrid inheritance?
It is a combination of multiple and multi-level inheritance. Oh, sorry, multiple and hierarchical inheritance.
Yeah, multiple and hierarchical inheritance. And yes, what about multi-level inheritance? Multi-level inheritance.
That a base class has one child class and the child class is parent of another class.
Yeah, good. So it is that. And what is multiple inheritance?
One class is inheriting many child classes.
Mm, one class in each. I didn't get it. Can you just repeat it? What is multiple inheritance?
Oh, sorry. I said it opposite. Multiple base classes.
Your voice is
Inherited.
big.
One
So,
child class is inherited by two or more base classes.
yeah, one child class inherits more than one base class. Okay, so I hope you all have understood the types of inheritance. So there are how many types of inheritance? How many? MCQ question
Five.
5. Okay, please
Right.
remember we have 5 kinds of inheritance. We know what is inheritance. It is used for code reuse. It inherit or you can reuse the properties of another class by with the help of inheritance, and it is one of the aspect of object oriented programming. And we have 5 kinds of inheritance, and I hope you can understand the syntax of the child class. Is it clear? So the syntax is child class followed by a colon and the access specifier, and you have the base class listed out according to the inheritance used. Now something else I want to say is, suppose I have a variable here like this, int a. So what is the access specifier of a?
Private.
It's private, right? It is private. So private access specifier का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of private access specifier? What is the meaning when some data member is specified as private? What does that mean?
It can be only accessed by its member functions.
Yeah, it can be only accessed by the members of the class. So since I am doing inheritance, if I make a variable private, it cannot be accessed inside the child class. So in order to make the base class data members accessible to the child class members, only to the child class members, you will use an access specifier called protected. So what does a protected access specifier mean? It is similar to private. That means only the members of that class can access the data members or member functions that is declared protected. But besides the members of the class, the child class can also access it. No other class or nobody else can access it other than the child class and its own members. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so protected access specifier कब यूज करते जब आपको कोई members चाइल्ड क्लास में भी एक्सेसिबल होना है तब हम प्रोटेक्टेड यूज करते. पब्लिक का मतलब क्या है? इट इज एक्सेसिबल बाय ऑल. प्राइवेट मींस इट इज एक्सेसिबल बाय ओनली द मेंबर्स ऑफ द क्लास. Protected means it is accessible by the members of the class as well as its child class. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So in that way we have completed the access specifiers. We have three kinds of access specifiers: private, protected, and public. Clear? So by default classes, class is what?
Private.
Private. Please remember that. And if you want access specifier to, yes, good. If you want the access specifier to work correctly, or you can say if you want your child class to access all the members of the parent class, in that case, you have to make it a protected or public. Okay, public मतलब क्या है? कोई भी access कर सकते हैं. But protected है तो only its child class can access it. ठीक है? Is it clear? इतना समझ में आया क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so one final question. Can you tell me the order of constructor call and destructor when a child object is created?
First, the constructor of the parent class is called, then the child class, and for the destructors, it is just the opposite way in the order in which the constructors are called.
Yeah, please remember that. So when you explicitly call the destructor मतलब आपने delete operator use करके destructor call किया तो याद रखना, don't destroy the parent before the child. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, so that's it for today. Any doubts? Any doubts, students? आज का सेशन में कुछ डाउट्स है?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So can I end the session for today?